Hello, welcome to the show. This is Man and Markets and I'm Charles Boji, your host. Now, the latest we're getting from the Kenyan market is that the mortgage industry in that space is bleeding, so to speak. Of course, we're looking at default rates of about 45%, and the numbers point to 70 billion Kenya shilling. We pray that that doesn't happen into the Ugandan market. This is Man and Markets once again. Welcome. Now, it's a tough spot in the economy today, especially for employers at this moment in time, where we're seeing the impact that COVID-19 is having on the employment market. Of course, many people are losing jobs, which again points to the fact that how do you maintain productivity and keep employees motivated in such a tough spot? And that's the focus of this segment, as we pick the mind of one of the experts in the area on how to maintain productivity in a time like this.
My name is Shamim Keimatovo. I'm a business anthropologist, a founder and lead consultant for Discover, a global consultancy agency that designs your culture and develops tools to help you ease your back-end operations and engage your customers better. So there is talk about productivity right now, but the question we should be asking ourselves right now is it the end goal? What we should be looking at now is not productivity or efficiency, but talking about potential and purpose, because that's what will drive the result that you're looking for from your employees. So we can navigate the aspect of retaining our employees in simple ways. Let's support our human resources department. I know, and I hate to use the word human resources, and this is why, because employees are not resources to be moved around. So let's pay attention to the language. If we want to engage our departments to support us or support our businesses in a manner that will give us much more efficiency, we need to think about the language. Let's call our departments Human Relations Department, or Employee Engagement Department, or Employee Experience Department. That way, it allows the team your team to understand that this department is there to fulfill their needs, but as well, your team that operates within those departments will understand their primary responsibility. So retaining your team, let them be comfortable. Let them know that they are very comfortable in the sense that they know you will listen to them. Pay attention to engagement. What is being said? Are you listening? When you engage your team, you get to understand the core of what is really paining them. Pay attention to their development as well. There are many businesses right now where people are actually studying, but you don't even know what your team is studying. How can you tap into that potential of your employees for the benefit of your business? Well, a strong and motivated human relations department is crucial right now because it's going to be the core of your business. The talk around town is people. How can we prioritize people? If there's anything that we've learned from the experience of the COVID-19 experience, is that people should come first. So pay attention to your people, give them the support that they require. Let there be leadership will to support your human relations department for you to get the results that you want to fit your strategy. As a country, we need to learn from what the rest of the world is doing. When COVID-19 happened, our businesses were in shambles. Organizations were struggling on how to cope with working from home. The rest of the world is already there. I've had the opportunity to work in both the local and the international market, and I will tell you, whereas other places allow for flexible working, there is opportunity to do job sharing, there is opportunity to do part-time work. We are still struggling with wanting our people to be on the desk. So what can the country do? The country can help us enhance infrastructure development, because for us to allow a hybrid way of working, we need to have structures that will enable us to do work that is sustainable in that sense. Is our internet connectivity, for example, reliable? Is it affordable to people? Do our organizations have the right tools to give their employees to do their work from home? Maybe, maybe not, and maybe yes. But we need to think about it and bring it to the table of our policy makers so we can create a better future for our country. Common mistakes by employers. First thing, we don't pay attention to our talent. I will tell you that any talent that knows its value will not stay there for any kind of something that is not understandable. So tap into the potential of your talent. If you know that someone is starting to, enhancing their education, for example, have a conversation with them and see how those new skills that are learned are going to benefit your business. Another common mistake, there is lack of conversation. You know, bureaucracy is one of the killers of employee motivation. And this is why. Whereas we would engage our people in a conversational manner, we always want to go through processes of conflict management, or those things, we escalate things to a broader perspective where they perhaps couldn't be. So let's try and do a lot more conversation than sitting in boardrooms and going through different processes that will perhaps cause psychological breakdown of your team, will cause lack of opportunity to actually go beyond and do experimentation.
There has never been a better time to talk about a national health insurance scheme, and that is an idea that has been mooted by government to see that everyone gets covered. Of course, at a time like this, during COVID, many families have had to contend with huge bills because of the pandemic. And today we're picking the minds of different stakeholders to try and find out what kind of policy covers are available and how far they go in addressing some of these problems. The mounting costs associated with the treatment of COVID-19 patients are today a major concern to many families. With hospitalization bills hovering above 100 million shillings in a matter of weeks on average, the amount appears insurmountable even for fairly endowed families. As a result, households are now resorting to initiating fundraising drives mainly through social media to meet the huge costs, while some have had to mortgage property and other fixed assets. Amid such mounting pressures and uncertainty about bringing severe COVID cases under control, given the low immunization numbers in Uganda, pressure is now being extended to risk off-takers like insurance companies about the role they can play to help the country scale this monumental challenge.
Prudential has taken the step to step up for all our clients and provide them hospitalization cover should they unfortunately be diagnosed with COVID-19. If you're sent to hospital as a result of COVID-19, once you're discharged, please reach out to us in the customer service touchpoints, whether email or social media, to let us know, and we will ensure that a fixed daily amount is transferred to you.
In Uganda, this might appear unprecedented given the fact that in the past, insurers used not to cover epidemics and pandemics. This is also coming at a time when players are strengthening their war chests through mergers and partnerships as they face one of the biggest business challenges as risk of takers in the name of COVID.
We announce another momentous partnership between Prudential and IMG, and indeed acknowledge the transfer of the schemes, all the health schemes from former IAA.
International Air Ambulance, or IAA, is one of the biggest and oldest health management organizations in Uganda, with health facilities, mainly clinics, spread across the country. This merger gives Prudential an opportunity for the first time in Uganda to offer insurance cover and at the same time directly dispense health services to its over 50,000 health insurance clients in a marketplace with considerable gaps in quality healthcare centers.
To our new customers, in-depth discussions have happened in line with ensuring the service you have been receiving is uninterrupted and made even better, that contract benefits remain the same, the health service providers that have been on the IAA list do not change, and that valid claims submitted within the contractual timelines are honored.
This development comes at a time of mounting health risks conditioned by COVID, and in the same breath, when Parliament has just passed the National Health Insurance Bill, highlighting the importance the country now places on health insurance, even as many questions still remain on how it will be rolled out. We'll now take a very short commercial break. Man and Markets continues after this break.